Alright, hello everybody. Like I said on Twitter, I was gonna get to the to this today. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about health-wise. Let's begin with these are my tips, and before you do any of this or practice any of this, I would research it first. That way, you know what you're doing, or if you have any questions, I can maybe guide you in the right direction. But yeah, feel free to message me down below. Okay, so the first thing is positive attitude fights the common cold. I believe a positive attitude fights more than the common cold. I think a positive attitude is necessary for you to overcome and prevent sicknesses. Just also kind of think of all the studies done on placebos and how powerful the mind is. So this is my first tip to what I would say being healthy. All right, the next thing to being healthy would be this right here. Murray's beeswax. This I found is definitely an important ingredient, especially for skincare. I actually use this as aftershave after I shave, and it just works so well. And it keeps your skin looking young and healthy. One reason, and I noticed this when I was swimming one day. But because I used to use this stuff for my hair. Sometimes I still do. But when I used to spike it with it, and when I dive into a pool, it would stay spiked, so I knew that it repelled water. So one of the things about beeswax, and this is really cheap, is that unlike lotion and stuff like that, see, lotion's adding moisture to your skin, but moisture's always leaving your skin. Beeswax keeps the moisture in, and so it's, to me, it's very good with skincare. It's also good with cuts. You can actually, it's good with burns too. It'll stop the pain of a burn. It'll stop it from blistering. Even if you have a cut, you can use it and Neosporin, especially if it's a bad, severe cut. I treated one of my wife's, she had a real bad cigarette burn one time on her leg, and I used Neosporin first, and then I would outline the beeswax to make a little kind of like tourniquet in a way on its own before I bandaged it up. This is very good and has multi-purposes. Beeswax is a very, very good product, especially for infections on the skin, for making your skin look healthier and younger, and all those things above. Definitely a product worth researching. Another wonderful product is cayenne pepper. Now this I like to mix in my food, like eggs, burgers. I mean, it just not only tastes good in my opinion, but it has wonderful benefits. It does all this stuff right here, and boost antioxidant activity. It can cure a sore throat. It can, let's see if it has that's this right here is a good drink. Normally what I do like a dash of cayenne pepper I don't do ground ginger. I do ground cinnamon, and then a tablespoon of honey. Haven't tried putting apple cider vinegar, but I'll do hot water. Man, I should try this right here sometime. But one of the things I'll also do is I'll take a lemon or a lime and squeeze it in some hot water, and then do ground cinnamon, a dash of cayenne pepper, and a little bit and a tablespoon of honey. Oh man, that makes a wonderful drink. And if you're ever looking to replace coffee, man, I suggest that, because that drink that I just gave you is packed full of vitamins, and it'll wake your ass up. Especially with the kick and the heat and everything like that. But cayenne pepper is definitely something, just kind of like looking over this, we even got reviews of stuff. They have done a lot of actual studies on cayenne pepper, and so this is one that's like I said, worth looking into, and something to do to take away a sore throat is to mix. It doesn't have to be hot water. I'd preferably cold water, because you're gonna gargle it. But just dash a little cayenne pepper in some cold water, mix it up, gargle it, and you don't need a lot, because when you get to the last of it, you're gonna swallow that. And after you do the gargling and you swallow the last part of it, man, that sore throat is gone. Here's another interesting thing that I found about cayenne pepper, is that it can prevent heart attacks. And from what I'm reading, it can actually stop a heart attack under a minute. And, here's another thing. It destroys cancer cells. It's good for your circulatory system, your digestive system. And this cayenne pepper is like the miracle spice. Definitely kills cancer cells. Definitely worth your time and researching cayenne pepper. And this is just an amazing product. Amazing spice, really, just overall. Okay, another amazing product is witch hazel. Witch hazel is awesome, and I've been reading reports, and I believe I couldn't find it for this, but I've been also reading studies that witch hazel can, right here, keep cancer at bay. And one specific type of cancer is skin disease, or skin cancer, not skin disease. But putting like witch hazel on like a cotton ball and putting it all over your face or body or wherever, it can prevent skin. Common types of cancer include breast, skin, lungs, especially the skin. It can help prevent it on that. And so this is definitely a product worth researching. So another thing worth noting is some other things that are worth researching. Will be for like acid reflux. We got I would say apple cider vinegar, pickle juice. Acid reflux is your body telling you that you don't have enough acid to digest your food. I would stay away from Tums and that stuff, because that stuff really causes more issues than anything else. All you need is a little bit more acid. But if you think that you don't need that because it depends on your stomach, you can also try like 1/4 a teaspoon of baking soda and water, vinegar. I'll try and stay away from drinking vinegar, and I forget how much you need of vinegar, but I would go with products that have vinegar in it, like pickle juice and apple cider vinegar. But milk and baking soda water, like I said before, is good. And baking soda water is really excellent for you. Research that too, because baking soda water can actually cure kidney disease, and then they actually prescribe it for it. Um, don't ever use, I think, like more than a half a teaspoon of baking soda. I only use a fourth in my water when I do it, but it'll give your kidneys a rest and clean your blood. So now we're gonna go into this. Okay, so check this out. This is what I've been waiting for. I've been talking about Texit, and I've been saying that this needs to happen before something else happens, and it just finally happened. So we're on the right path. Texas Republicans push for a referendum to vote on the state seceding from the United States in 2023 at a meeting that declared Biden's win illegitimate. So we got two things right here. Not only do we got the Texit vote in 2023, but we also have Texas declaring Biden's win illegitimate. We are on the right path, people. Okay, so now what are we going to be expecting to happen? Let's take a look at this here. Okay, so weird things to come. All chaos is about to be unleashed. Now, what are we talking about here? When we talk about all chaos about to be released. Well, here we go. Let's talk about, we got economic crash. Okay. That's one possibility. We got power outages. I've talked about these before. We got communication outages. We're talking about mostly I would probably talk about internet going down, possible phones going down and whatnot. There is a possible natural disaster. Not quite sure if you call it natural, if they're controlling the weather, but this is a possibility too. And mostly, like I've been saying before, I would look to the West Coast, because they keep on doing those earthquake drills near Washington, near a certain region in the ocean, that they're afraid of a huge earthquake happening. Here's something that you guys are, probably pretty familiar with right now, but food shortages that's going on. Here's one we'll just leave up there for a little bit. I'm still thinking this is going to happen. We will see. The elite will fall and fall. That's another thing. And then the big thing that's going to be coming after we've hit that, then it is the recovery. And then the Great Uniter. World War III. And I would probably say right now would also be a good time to invest in gold and silver. Okay, so those are a lot of things going on. I wanted to do the health benefit thing because I thought that was important, especially with hopefully these new technologies will be released here soon too, like the med beds. I've been waiting on them. but I don't think that's going to happen until, you know, who comes back into office. Things are, like I said, things are about to get really, really strange. I think this is the month before, like, everything starts really, really going wacko with food and the monetary system. The dollar should collapse. We'll put that up here. Yeah. The dollar will collapse. Okay, you can, you know, expect that to happen. But like I said, this is a one in a lifetime experience, and this should all be happening. Everything that I just said should take place between now and October and November, and not all of it, just up to the point where I talked about the fall. The things happening after the fall that I put down, except for the whole gold and silver thing, you should do that now. And what I'm talking about is the recovery, the Great Uniter, and World War III. The recovery, the Great Uniter, and World War III. That mostly happens in the next presidency, that we elect in 2024. So get ready, because you know I've been doing my best to show you guys to be a guide through this freaking weird time. So here it is. We are at the moment. Everything's about to change radically, and there's going to be so much stuff coming left and right. Now, hold on, you know, stay positive, stay strong. We can create the positive version of this reality. Of these, we're at the point where everything splits, and I would more take the direction that is not destruction. And so think positive, conquer fear, and things will look up, and things will be better. Alright, well, on that note, I'm going to let you go. You guys have a good one. I hope you enjoyed this. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. Alright? Yeah. Peace out.